Government is preparing for another round of reforms, as we said. The cabinet's meeting today to discuss some of these issues, some of these policy initiatives, some of these reforms in insurance and pension sector, amongst several other issues. Let's look at them in detail. In fact, the government's proposal is to increase FDI in the insurance sector from 26% to 49%. Now, there is also a proposal to open up the pension sector to foreign investment. The government hopes to bring in up to $15 billion in the next 2 quarters itself by opening up this particular sector. The next wave of reforms will also focus on infrastructure. The government is proposing to set up a national investment board headed by the Prime Minister. This board will ensure fast-tracking clearances for the infrastructure projects in the country. The Companies Bill will be looking at all the sectors under the Companies Act, will also be taken up during this meeting that's slated for this evening. So this is in fact the second time in a month that the cabinet is considering such a major reforms push despite the uproar over FDI in retail. The government, however, faces an uphill battle to get the parliament on board on its reforms push, with opposition parties like the BJP and the Left Front, as well as erstwhile allies like Mamata Banerjee, who abandoned them, are staunchly opposing these proposals, calling them anti-people and conforming to foreign interests. Well, Sanjeev Shankaran, senior editor with Business Today, is still with us. Sanjeev, I'll just come back to you, but let's in fact listen to some of the reactions that have come in, some vehement opposition as well to some of these moves.
Now, why to allow FDI in insurance sector? CPI and all left parties will stoutly oppose this move. And again, you are allowing private capital to come in, foreign capital to come in. What will happen? Why should they come? Unless they look for big profit. Otherwise, they are not coming to serve the interests of Indian nation. If Dr. Manmohan Singh government claims it is government of Aam Aadmi, that government should act accordingly. Government should have a social responsibility. And government should not allow the private capital, the foreign capital to come in and loot the pension funds of our working people.
We were always opposed, TMC, to privatization of the pension sector because this concerns the security, the future of wage earners. We are also opposed to raising the cap on FDI in insurance sector to 49%. So the government's efforts to bring in FDI in this regard ought to be resisted by all right-thinking political parties